What's good, people? So, there was like slash nerfs slash buffs. Depends on how you look at it. For there were some rune changes today. Like, I'm just figuring it out. I didn't read any blue post. I'm just figuring it out from in game. But mental dex was like nerfed slash buffed. Depends on who you're asking. Like for shaman tanks with the build that I'm using, where I'm half Ellie, half enhance. I don't have storm strike, and most of the times I'm not going to be using Lava Lash because can't really do that with a shield. So I can no longer proc Mental Dexterity as a Shaman tank with this build unless I go back into like full enhance, well mainly full enhance with Storm Strike. But yeah, that was kind of nerfed for Shaman tank that are like spell hands and for Ellie Shams because Ellie Shams don't have access to either of those. I mean, like Elisham isn't gonna replace their what she calls it lava burst with lava lash, right? You get one or the other, and it's always lava burst as Ellie. So they can. It's no longer for any other spec, only for enhancement basically that can deep enhance, I guess. Just enhance DPS in general. They got like a buff to this. It like lasts 30 seconds now. Like that's the only change. Like it used to last 10 seconds, 30 seconds now. Nothing. None of those modifiers are changed. So yeah, nerf to shaman tanks and Ellie's, and I guess I don't know if restos were like also doing this because it increases healing spell power as well. So I guess nerf to restos as well for mental dexterity. However, burn has been buffed, so you'd be thinking that's like an AOE rune, but it can be used for single target as well because it now strikes up to 5 targets. It used to be 3, and it lasts 6 seconds. That's new. That wasn't there before. So we got like 18-second long flame shocks lasting on targets, and it deals 100% increased damage. So that 100% increased damage is the part where it's gonna be our only head rune for like single target. I mean, it's used for single and multi target, but like for gold farming, which is like my main concern here outside of rating, was like I was using mental dexterity and everything. I was like, oh fuck, that's not proccing anymore. But now I can have like a flame shock running on like over 10 targets. I could pull 10 targets and then like just machine gun blasting like molten blast every second type of deal, and then like I just respam flame shock because that hits 5 targets, and when it crits, like it can crit for 677. So times that by 5, that's like what 3,800 damage in one global. So it's like a lot of the AOE for like gold farming now is just like reapplying flame shock on cooldown and like molten blasting on cooldown. Like you hardly have any room to like be fitting in an earth shock in there. It's like mainly just these 2 buttons for like AOE, like at least gold farming, and then use your maelstroms like on your self healing. But yeah, after they nerfed overcharge, I was like, oh, this is so miserable to gold farm now. But like now we're actually buffed with burn now, and like that's basically the only thing that changes. Like for our build is don't take mental dexterity, choose burn now with shaman tank, and with shield mastery, like that's gonna upkeep the mana cost for like having to spam these two because like that's like 10% over 10% of my mana right there. Or huh, it's about 10%. Like I got 2.6k mana, and then like same with this, it's almost like 10% mana. So it's like that's gonna be made up for from blocking constantly. And with this build, you're not gonna be like really dodging much or parrying. So it's like mainly gonna be block, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's like kind of like a nerf slash buff. Depends on how you look at it and from whose perspective. Like for my gold farming, I guess like having to change from mental dexterity to burn is like actually a buff for me. And I'd imagine single target wise, it's like a nerf because I don't think the 100% increased damage from flame shock is going to make up for like the extra attack power and spell power that you would normally get from mental dexterity as a tank. So I think like shaman tank was already ranked the lowest damage output tank, so now it's like fallen even further. I'm pretty sure now that we can't use mental dexterity unless you want to go back to like the old school full enhance. Like uh, I had a build where I went down to storm strike and then I put rest of my points here concussion and elemental warding for like, and I think was it that no yeah just those I think. And yeah, you could do that and opt for the original shaman tank build that goes full enhance with partial Ellie, but to like get back to using mental dexterity, But I'm still sticking with this because apparently, like, the reason shamans were going this, 'cause it just does more damage than being baseline enhance, mainly from elemental fury and from elemental devastation, elemental foot. Well, that just basically helps with mana and reverb as well, helps with damage. But yeah, that's a decent change. I mean, I haven't seen any videos covering the change. Like I said, I kind of just found this out naturally because like I was gold farming and I kind of noticed I was like, how come I'm not proccing mental dexterity anymore? Like I normally have it like tracked somewhere here, and yeah, can't proc it without storm strike or lava lash. Womp womp. Yeah, it's kind of a notable change, I guess, for shamans altogether here. Nerf, buff depends on what spec you are and how you're looking at it. Yeah, 6 minutes of like a little ramble here on the shaman kind of like update here for this Tuesday. There might even be more changes because like I only just looked at these runes. I haven't looked at every single rune to see if something else changed, but these were the two notable ones I've noticed. All right.